Guys, thanks for joining me for another video, and today the topic is My Hero Rumble. This is a cool brand new battle royale that in fact doesn't involve weapons, but you play as the anime characters from the popular manga and anime My Hero Academia. Now this video is just going to give you my first impressions and first experiences that I've had with this pretty interesting title. They've essentially taken the battle royale formula and they've turned it into a game without weapons, but instead using the powers of these specific and cool characters ranging from the heroes and the villains. So first things first, if you've played a battle royale before, you've played a first-person shooter or a third-person shooter, you're gonna fit right in. It feels at home, it's very easy to get into, and it's very simple, and there's a huge array of characters from the show that you're able to play as. It takes the characters not further from, I think the furthest they take is from season 3, not the later season, I think season 4, the end of season 4, because you see Shigaraki without his mask, you see Midoriya using the shoot style competently and the black whip. So it's not using content from the latest season where Midoriya has unlocked this huge array of powers. No, they cut off from a certain point and you can still use All Might and all these cool and interesting characters. So for somebody like me, somebody who thoroughly enjoys gaming and somebody who thoroughly enjoys anime, this sounds like it could be the game for you. So how was the game experience so far? I said if you're someone who's used to battle royales, this will be easy to get into. But how's the experience? Like, is it any good? The answer to that is, it's decent. It's interesting. I'm not so sure how I want to place it because it's a little bit of a difficult title for a number of reasons. The gameplay is simple to understand, but like most games and the best games, it's difficult to master. Now, the thing is, this is one issue that immediately comes to me when I was playing the game. There's too much going on screen. It's far too flashy for you to get a distinct understanding of what's going on screen. By this I mean the powers that you use are very cool and flashy, and especially when you're in a big open field, it's pretty cool. But when there are more than 3 people you're fighting at one time, it's easy for you to lose focus and to get lost in the source because there's simply too much going on all at once. It's difficult for you to keep track of your enemies as they can move so quickly, and because of the amalgamation of powers that are being used all at once makes this a difficult experience for you to get into, especially in the early hours. Now over time, I'm sure you, like myself, will be able to get used to the amount of powers and things that are being used all at once. When you're starting off in My Hero Rumble, you start off with about a few characters, 4 heroes, 2 villains, and a couple of other characters that you're able to play from. The big boys, Shigaraki, Dabi, you can all play those legends and Midoriya from the very get-go, but other cool characters like Todoroki, All Might, Bakugo, you can't play any of those characters just yet. The longer you play the game, the more you'll be able to get into it. And like every other free-to-play battle royale game, there is of course a battle pass. Of course, you're able to change the costumes of whichever character you're playing as. You're able to change their cosmetics. You're able to customize the way in which they look. But yeah, if you're somebody who really values personal customization or things of that sort, this game has those things in full. Now, in terms of the combat and the arena, there's only one map at the moment that you can play at, and it's pretty varied. There's a city area that is burning for you to save as heroes, and then there's some sparse areas where there's open fields where you're able to move around. It's a mountain, so the map is pretty alright. And in terms of the powers and the gameplay ability, it's pretty interesting, it's pretty deep. You're not only able to use the power that you have at your disposal, you're able to revive your companions, you're able to melee fight these people, and depending on the character that you're playing as, that's going to depend on what powers you're going to have, and there are special actions that you are able to do that are unique to the character that you are playing as. So very cool things that you can do in this game. There's a large amount of variety. So if you're somebody who enjoys My Hero Academia, you're somebody who enjoys anime, you're somebody who enjoys the battle royale genre, perhaps this game can be the one for you. In my personal opinion, it doesn't hit that hard. Perhaps some tweaks need to be done because it still is a generally new game. I'm not sure what needs to be done exactly in terms of nerfs or things like that, but it does seem too flashy. But it's either you adapt or they change, and the chances are that you're probably going to need to adapt. So in my personal opinion, a rating for My Hero Academia Rumble, but it's a decent title so far. It's interesting, it's well developed, there are little to no visual bugs, the music is solid, The voice actings and the voices are used taken directly from the show. Of course, because it's a game, it doesn't take the exact OST, but they use OST that will feel familiar and will give you that My Hero Academia feel. So my personal opinion, I'd give My Hero Academia Rumble, and this is we're talking first impressions, I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. It's solid, it's good, it works well, it's a decent title so far, and you're gonna have a decent and good time with it. So tell me your thoughts down there in the comments. Do you feel, how are your thoughts on My Hero Academia Rumble? Is it a good title? Is it a bad one? Tell me your thoughts down there in the comments. Take it easy, gents.